Ceramic spray coatings are supposed to be very easy to use. In fact, that's what a lot of us as product brand owners boast about, is how easy the ceramic spray is to use and how you can get months and months worth of protection with a very simple application. But my email inbox is filled with people that still get streaks, or they have mistakes, or not as durable as they thought. And I see a lot of comments of this. Obviously, with Toughest Shell, it's a lot less, but there still are some kind of bad habits or common themes that I see come through that give people issues with ceramic sprays. And so in this video or this podcast, I wanted to address something that I kind of take for granted and I think is very basic. But honestly, if you're new to the hobby of detailing, or even if you've been doing it a long time, you still might start seeing some of these issues or some of these mistakes kind of come through. And these really are just a compiled list of the most common things that people reach out to, the most common mistakes that I see. And admittedly, sometimes even the mistakes that I make. And then I think to myself, oh my gosh, I can't believe I made that mistake, especially if like on a one-off occasion, I see like, my car in the right sun angle, and all of a sudden it's all streaky, and it's like, what the heck did I do? Or my son wanted to wash his mom's car with him, and then my wife's like, what did we do wrong? It's like a streaky mess on my car. And so I walked him through a couple issues, and it's very funny to me because the same issues that they had when they did the car are the same issues that some people reach out to me with. And so I thought compiling this video would be very good. But so right into it, this is by far the number one mistake. The rest of them there's no real order that I created. But the first one is definitely a mistake. And it's actually something that a lot of people have to get used to when they switch over to using my Toughest Shell, because the number one mistake is applying too much product. You're just simply oversaturating. I know for me personally, it's like, I used to get blasted in my torture test videos all the time because I'm trigger happy, right? I just spray. Especially when we had people talking about products with like bead maker where you needed to saturate the whole panel, which is just really bad advice. It's too much product on the surface. And I think about this too in relation to a glass cleaner. And a lot of the issues of streaking on glass come from just using too much product and then too concentrated a product. And so you get streaking. That's why I talk about how the best glass cleaner is not a glass cleaner. It's just deionized or distilled water, because you have less junk in the less formula in the liquid, less product interfering on the surface. You just have water. It just works better. So the first mistake that I see people all the time, and this leads to streaking, smearing, oversaturated towels, and more work to remove it. Some people end up just completely rewashing their car, is they just apply way too much product. Honestly, 1 or 2 sprays per panel is all you need with most ceramic sprays, definitely with Toughest Shell, which is my ceramic spray. And then if you are using it often, like if you're using it more than, if you're using it once a week or every other week, or with your car washes, definitely 1 spray per panel. But the problem that I run into personally is like, I'm trigger happy. So I just want to spray. So it actually takes a lot of restraint to only spray 1 spray. And so, but if you can restrain yourself from not over applying, your experience with any ceramic spray really, but definitely with Toughest Shell, is going to be much better. Now, when it comes to Toughest Shell, I try to mitigate this a little bit. So if you do oversaturate the panel, just make sure that you have some dry towels, because an oversaturated towel is what we'll talk about in a little bit too, but that's another issue. But again, just 1 to 2 sprays per panel is really all you're going to need. And then your towel, we'll get to towels later, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But if you find yourself kind of 3, 4, 5 sprays per panel, way too much product. And so again, some of these products are expensive. They're premium products. And so you could save more money. You can not use as much. And that's what I like about with Toughest Shell. You don't need a lot of product to get a really great result. And then it will also save you money. You don't have to use as much as some of these non-premium products. If you do manage to get a bunch of streaks, one thing that you could do is actually use your distilled or deionized water that you're using to clean your glass, and you could just spray the panel down. Again, just 1 or 2 sprays with a fresh dry towel, and that'll remove the stubborn streaks, at least with Toughest Shell. I obviously can't speak for every ceramic spray that's out on the market, though that hack to kind of clear it off, clear the streak, will work excuse me, with the vast majority of ceramic sprays out there. So if you have Adams or McGuire's or Turtle Wax or whatever, and you're getting streaking, you take a new dedicated dry towel and like distilled water or deionized water in a spray bottle, 1, 2, 3 sprays on the panel, hit it with that dry towel, wipe it down, and you will probably remove those streaks. That's a good streak removal hack. Number 2 is applying on hot paint. Toughest Shell works in direct sun, but I've been, especially with the summertime heat, I've been getting a lot of questions about hot panels. And there is a difference between working in direct sun or working outside and working on scorching hot panels. So if you're working, I'm not talking about like, moderately warm. I'm talking about scorching hot. It's 105 out. It's, 1 p.m. You're working in direct sun on a black car. That is a scorching hot panel. If you can't even touch it with your hands, that is scorching hot, right? So though a lot of ceramic sprays are designed to work in the elements, definitely my whole product brand is definitely designed to work in the elements, not in perfect situations inside a garage, where some people have perfect working environments. My products are designed to work in perfect working environments because that is significantly more comfortable for you as the detailer. But I've come from mobile detailing, so all my products are designed to work out in the elements in these extreme heats. However, if you are working in this extreme heat on a very, very hot panel, you may notice some streaking. And so what you need to do is either pull it into the shade. You're still out in the elements, just in the shade, or change the direction of the car, because normally the sun is only hitting one side of the car, and let the paint cool down a little bit. And if you cannot do all those things, just working in much smaller sections and making sure your towels are totally dry. So dry towels is a big, big, big deal. And that's mistake number 3 I see a lot of people do, is when they're working on hot panels, they're trying to cool the panel down with the product. And what that is doing is it's oversaturating the towels. And so if you're starting to get streaky and you've been flipping the towels, it's realistically probably going to take you 2 towels to work an entire car, at least 2 towels to work an entire car. Some people like 2 towels at once. Some people like 1 towel and they're flipping the towel. But as soon as that towel becomes kind of saturated with residue, with ceramic residue, and saturated, it stops kind of moving the product on the panel evenly, and you just have too much product. So imagine, to go back to our earlier mistake of using too much product, if you're using 4, 5, 6 sprays or saturating the whole panel, that is obviously going to saturate the towel quicker, right? And so again, most people will use, 1 towel at a time, or 2 towels over the whole car, or maybe even 3 towels. And you can think about it like this. This is kind of what I would do, or what I do. I only use 1 spray per panel. I spray directly into the towel, not on the panel. That also helps when you're working out in the elements. Don't spray directly on the panel. Spray onto the towel. That's a, for mistake number 2, that's a little hack too, right? Spray directly onto the towel, cover the entire surface. Maybe then you have a dry towel, and then you buff over the panel with your completely dry towel that you haven't sprayed any product into. And then maybe, if you're being very, very particular, it's only if you're being particular, you have a final inspection towel that has nothing in it at all, and you don't spray anything in it, and it's just to wipe down the panel, like a final wipe, and that towel will work kind of the whole entire car, So I'm constantly flipping the towel. At any chance of dampness that I'm feeling, I'm flipping it, I'm getting a new towel. I also like, and this will kind of go into mistake number 4, I guess, is I do not like a high pile towel for ceramic spray application. My personal preference is a lower nap towel until that final inspection towel. That final inspection that you never apply any product into, that towel can be, a high GSM, a thick plush towel. But all the way up until that point, I like a lower nap towel. This is actually, in fact, I'll use the orange wash towels as a initial application for toughest shell, and then I'll use the softer than soft microfiber as my final inspection towel. It's actually why I'm looking at incorporating some new colors of the orange wash towels, because I've found myself using them so much for like a toughest shell application. But I like a lower nap towel for application. I find in my personal experience that also helps reduce any any streaking. And then I will use the softer and soft towels for that final buff if I'm really, really worried about it. That is just my towel kind of preference. Mistake number 5 I see is a lot of people not clean before they apply ceramic sprays. For me, with toughest shell, I'm comfortable saying that you do not need to decontaminate the paint. However, it just makes your life a lot easier. With contaminated paint, sticky paint, roughness in the paint, one, you're obviously not going to get the most durability out of the car because the product is trying to bond over and through that contamination. And there's going to be contamination at all different levels. There's going to be light contamination, heavy contamination. So to get the best results and to make it easy on you, at least on the first application, clay bar the car, right, to remove that contamination. Obviously, with subsequent applications, you don't have to clay it before every time you apply it, right? A lot of people ask that. Do I have to clay it every time before I apply the ceramic spray? And no, you clearly don't. But on that initial application, you do want to, if you can, and if you have the time, because that contamination is going to reduce the durability. It's going to not make it as slick. It's going to not give you as much gloss, and it's not going to give you the nice water beading that you want, right? Imagine putting lotion over your body without, cleaning it first. It'd be kind of weird, right? And so there can be road film, there can be embedded dirt, iron contaminants, tar, old waxes and sealants. So I always recommend on that initial application to get the best experience possible. Again, to get the best experience possible, you're going to want to clay bar the paint, decontaminate it, kind of remove it, exfoliate it, clean it up as much as possible. Again, it's going to give your ceramic spray better bonding onto the paint, and it's going to give you the best durability. And honestly, even beyond all the features that everyone talks about, the one thing that I keep coming back to is, what is the user experience for you? And that's what it all comes back to for me, because I think, and one thing I used to always tell my customers is that, maintenance is the name of the game, and maintaining your car is the name of the game. And so a lot of people, it's a chore to wash their car. Some people, it's a hobby. Some people enjoy it. But whether it's a hobby or a chore, let's try to make it as enjoyable as possible so that you do it often. And that was kind of my whole thesis when I was designing toughest shell, is like, it is a stout, robust product, but let's make it super easy so that people enjoy doing it and enjoy using it, and then use it often, and then they will get a better result, because that's what it does, right? And so I think, when we're thinking about our process, we want to, obviously wash the car, make sure it's clean and dry. You can use toughest shell as a drying aid, but that's a whole separate topic, right? Make sure you got good towels. If you're working in direct sun or extreme heat, spray directly onto your towel, not onto the paint. Also, if you're working in a very windy condition, spraying directly onto the towel also will help with overspray. So that's another hack too. If it's really windy out, so I think of like desert conditions, it's hot and windy, spraying directly on your towel will help with overspray getting into the windows or anywhere that you don't want it to be. Again, your 1 or 2 sprays into the towel per panel, probably 1, to be honest. You're flipping often. You want to make sure that you're not using too much product. You're not applying it on scorching hot paint. If you touch the paint and it's burning your hand, it's a little too hot, right? I like low nap towels. I like a heavy nap or a high GSM towel for a final buff. And then again, you can color coordinate stuff if you want. Use a little less pressure on the final buff. That also helps with if you're getting any streaking. Inspect kind of, from different angles. Don't just look dead on to the panel. Kind of look up and over, sideways. I'm bending down. I'm kind of all over the place. And then again, allow the product to cure. So one thing I noticed with toughest shell is it looks great. It's very slick on application. Don't get me wrong. I think toughest shell is better the next day or even 2 days later. I think the gloss just pops a little bit more. There is instant cure and it's safe to get wet and all that stuff instantly, but I don't know what it is. It just seems better a day or two later. So sometimes just allow for the product to kind of marinate on the surface. I'm not sure. Again, I can't speak obviously for every product out there. That's why I reference my own a lot, because that's what I feel confident in. But again, toughest shell does seem to be better a day or two after. I don't know if you guys are seeing that as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've made any of these mistakes before. But those are the 5 most common. I'm sure I missed a few, but those are the most common that I see that people reach out to me experience, and that I notice sometimes I even biff myself. So with that, hope you guys don't make those mistakes and have your ceramic spray be more enjoyable. Use it often. Support those that are teaching you things on the interwebs, and that is the best way to support them. It's the best way to support me. If you want to see all my products, I will obviously have them listed below. Wax and Relax is shipping every day. It's shipped into Amazon. I don't know if it's on Prime yet, but I will put a link to that on Amazon as well. I have everything shipped in there, so it should be on Prime. If it's not, when this comes out, it should be within the next couple days. But thanks for the successful launch of that product. The feedback coming back is amazing. But I'll list all my products below. Everything's available on Amazon as well for easy, convenient shipping. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for listening. See ya.